All right, everybody, welcome back to the layout. So this is going to be another layout update. It's been about a month since my last layout update. I've been busy with so much stuff around the house and trying to get this the H&H back together in my basement. So what you're seeing here is some of the benchwork, the tabletops on the Hartford side, and then these L girders here are for the Helix. So I'm getting ready to put these on and get the Helix ready to be brought back downstairs and reassembled. So we're going to go upstairs in a little bit to visit the Helix, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing with that. So in addition to working on the layout, I've been also installing more lighting in my basement. So I'm going to need this light in the corner here, but I'm also going to be putting a ton more of lighting right above the layout. So I still have quite a bit to do, but these lights are pretty cool. You can link them four at a time. So I bought a dozen of them. You can get them at Costco for like $17 a light, and they're LEDs. So it's definitely a good investment for your layout. Eventually I'm going to add the little spotlights, the little cans that hang down. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to suspend those. So that's for another video. But so I've been working on getting this benchwork ready, and let's take a look at some other things in the basement before we go upstairs. I'll be right back. All right, everybody, so we're back at the layout, and what you're seeing here is some new pieces of lumber. I had to get some additional lumber because I'm going to be raising certain sections of the layout up, and I'm going to be putting hidden staging in. So I will, of course, do another video on that, but I ended up getting 1x3s and 1x4s, and I will tell you, prices of lumber have gone up considerably. It's pretty scary how much lumber costs now. So if you ever have to get lumber, don't wait too long. So, but anyway, I got some more lumber, and again, we're going to be using this in the Helix area and also on the Hartford side. So the next thing I want to show you is I picked up a piece off a layout that recently came down, and it's going to be going in this corner here. So we'll be right back. All right, everybody, so this is going to be incorporated into my layout. It was a piece on a layout that belonged to a friend of mine who was in my train club, and I always admired this this section of his layout. So I was lucky enough to be able to purchase it, and it will be going on the layout. So this is all backdrop buildings, believe it or not. But if you look at the detail on this, it's incredible. Now it was cut right there, but I'm going to show you where I'm going to put it in just a second. And all this is scratch built. All right. So it's going to go in a corner of the layout. So let's go over and check out where I'm actually going to put this. All right, so this is going to be the New Haven side of the layout. So those buildings that you just saw will be on this corner. Now, of course, I need to put the benchwork here and everything, but it's definitely going to fit nicely right in this corner here. All right, so the trains are going to come around through the main line all the way down to this section, and then the piece is going to be going right here. So it's going to fit nice, and it's a perfect spot for a corner. So let's just take one more look at the piece, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So you can see that it's a perfect corner piece. And you know, some of these, they don't have any backs, it's just the two walls. Okay, but it's definitely going to be a nice addition. So why don't we head up to the area where I have my Helix, and I'm going to show you what that looks like, and then we'll come back down, and then we'll do a quick box opening, and I'll show you a couple new additions to my rolling stock. So I'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back. So we're upstairs now, and where the Helix is being stored temporarily. And if you remember, in one of the last videos I did, I showed you how I was cutting this Helix in half. And what I did not want to do is keep this thing in a million pieces and then have a delay in getting this back together, because I wouldn't remember how to put it back together with all these different pieces that's on it. So I cut it in two, and it's pretty much going to go back together the same way I took it apart. And if you look at it, one of the challenging parts of this whole thing was trying to figure out how to get these two sections back together again. So, and you have to consider, you don't want to affect the height in here, especially if you want to run a train with a little bit taller cars. So I had to figure out how to basically reconnect this, and so it's strong. And if you look at what we have going on here, there's two pieces of 1/4-inch plywood. And what Bob did when he built it, he used wood glue and screws to connect it. And so all these pieces are overlapped. So it was impossible for me to take this thing and take this thing apart. On top of it, it was wrapped around a lolly column. And being that it was this Helix is 6 feet in diameter, there was no way I was going to get it even out of the Bilco doors or out of the other side of the basement. So it had to be cut in half. So what I did is I went to Home Depot and I found these plates. All right. And I got some screws for them too. And if you notice, the plate is only about, hopefully if that's in focus, it's about 1/16 of an inch thick. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to slip it under here, obviously screw it to here, and then once this other piece comes on top, well, we'll be able to reconnect the Helix together. So that's how I'm going to reconnect this Helix. So I think it's going to work out just fine. All right. And these here are only $1.55 a piece. So I'm not spending a lot of money getting this layout back together. My only big expense was the wood that I just recently bought. So I'm hoping to have the Helix back up together on the layout by the next layout update, and then the rest of the pieces. So I got two major sections stored up here, and it's definitely going to be a challenge. I have to get this, I got to get this stuff out of here before the foul weather comes and I'm running out of time. So my goal is to have this downstairs ready to go, and I'm hoping to have one train running by the end of the year, but to be honest, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I'm going to try. So this is basically it for this update, but we're going to do a quick box opening before we go, and then we're going to call this one good. So I'll be right back. All right, everybody. So we're back at the layout, and I have two cars to show you. Obviously, we didn't have a box to open, but they just came bubble wrapped. So the first one is this Sioux Line car, and I saw this thing, and I bought this one used, but whoever did the weathering on it, I mean, it was superb weathering. It had to come home. So this is actually a KD. I got a really great price on this one. And I think the weathering on it is probably the best I've seen in a long time. You know, it's not heavily weathered, but it's just enough just to give the illusion of a dirty box car. So I'm very pleased with that one. And then the next one is this one here, Gulf Mobile in Ohio. And that's, there's a 50-footer, which they did run these on the manufacturers. So it's okay to run this here because they actually did it. The only difference with this, when they had to run these, they actually had to use the chain instead of the coupler because the tight curves, believe it or not. So they wrapped a chain around the coupler around the engine. That's how they towed it around. So I do have some old pictures of 50-footers sitting down in the manufacturer. So it's pretty cool. So this is going to fit in nicely, and this is an AccuRail. AccuRail makes some great products. If you don't have one or ever built an AccuRail kit, they're great. give it a try. And then lastly, I found this when I was cleaning out my basement, obviously getting ready for the bigger layout expansion. I had to go through a lot of my stuff, and I came across this purchase I made about 2 years ago, and I finally put it on the layout. So this is a all metal truck. I believe this is an Ulrich truck, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think that's what this one is. It's very heavy, all metal, but it's really cool. I was down in Pasadena, California, and I went to the original Whistle Stop hobby shop. If you're ever in Pasadena, it's definitely a place to go check out. You won't be disappointed. And I definitely was lucky enough to find this piece, so I took it home. So, but anyway, that's pretty much it for this layout update. I got a lot of work to do getting this the H&H back in order, but hopefully very soon you'll see trains running on it. I hope. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching this layout update, and watch my channel. I do have a lot of good stuff coming out. I'm going to be doing some more builds, and I'm also going to be doing a special series on Craftsman kits coming up, and also I'm going to take everybody on a field trip, so watch out for those videos coming soon. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't, hit the bell, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like it. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. That's fine too. But I really appreciate all my supporters of this channel, all my subscribers. My channel is growing. It's slowly growing, and I really appreciate everyone's support. So this is Ron at New Haven Rails. Have a great night, and I'll see you at the next layout update.